track for the balance of the year in terms of accomplishing, hopefully meeting most or if not all of them. Any conversations or discussions on the presentations? All right, let's jump into the legislative items then. We don't have any first reads this time, so the second reads. The first one is item 22-01647. This is a lease for some neighborhood centers. Who will be speaking to this from? I'm assuming it'll be from Deem. Do we know from who from the administration? Will it be Mr. Jurgen by chance, or anyone? Okay. Ms. Lindo, let's check with Mr. Pace and keep the see if there are others that we just need to see who'll be presenting, because I do have a question on this one as to whether it's a new lease or if it's just replacing and updating a current relationship. So other questions or requests for information from my colleagues? Okay, the next one is 22-01648. This is a agreement with the plumbing shop. Amendment number 12. Who from the department will be speaking to this? Is this no one? All right, Ms. Linda, this one I do have a lot of questions on. It's amendment number 12. That's a pretty high number for a contract that was started in 2015 with a canceled solicitation recently. So hopefully someone can relay back to the administration that to please come prepared on this one to explain or just walk us through the history. Again, with those two pieces in mind. Okay, I will keep going then. 22-01649, and this is amendment number 2 for ATL Cloud implementation with Deloitte. Ms. Carr, are you on here? Or are you going to be the one presenting this one?
This is Christy Bigham, and yes, Ms. Carr will present this one.
Very good. Okay. And any questions from my colleagues on this paper? Looks like it's just an extension of an existing. So, all right, next item, 22-01640, renewal option number 4 with eBuilder Inc. First off, who from the department will be presenting?
Hi, this is Jordan Williams with City Planning. Tiffany Cope from Department of City Planning will be speaking, as well as I believe the Deputy Commissioner from DOT will be present too.
Okay. All right, I'll make that note. All right, can you just? Well, I'm sorry. What was that?
Jessica.
Okay.
I'll be present as well.
Very good, thank you. And the one question or just comment we'll need is just the retroactive piece. Just a quick explanation of that. Ms. Lindo, I see your hand up. Did you have something you wanted to add about this one or a previous piece?
I saw that Remy came in on Mr. Chair late, so maybe he wanted to respond to your question about the leases and who will be speaking to that.
Yeah. Mr. Santiel, there was a question as to who is going to be presenting items 1 and 2. I didn't know if that was coming out of you. The one with the recreation center, neighborhood center leases, and the second is around the plumbing shop contract.
Yes, they're both coming. They'll be coming from Dean.
Okay, so will you be doing it or someone else?
Well, Mike Jurgen will be doing the leases.
Okay, all right.
And then I'll probably be doing the plumbing. Or either me or Chris Davis will be doing the plumbing.
Okay. Just so you, for your benefit on the lease piece, just wanted to make sure that when he presents that it's, I'm not sure if this is replacing or updating a existing relationship, an arrangement, or if it's a new one. And then in terms of the plumbing shop, just the background and the history on it, since it's the 12th Amendment and there's a cancellation of a solicitation. So obviously we'll just need to have that description for us on Wednesday.
Not a problem.
Great, thank you. Okay, that takes us to item 5, which is 22-01651. This looks like it's moving money back out of the capital finance budget into building just a general fund buildings. Who will be speaking to this from the from the administration?
Jordan Williams, Department of City Planning. I'll be available to speak.
Okay, very good. Any questions or requests from my colleagues on that one? All right, 22-01663. This is my paper. This is regarding the PACE program, ad valorem property assessments. We will be amending this to attach an exhibit that has the assessment list. But other than that, any other questions or comments from my colleagues on this paper?
And Lawrence Davis will be available to
Oh,
speak
yeah.
to this paper.
Thank you. I forgot to ask that question. So thanks, Lawrence Davis. Very good. Appreciate that. All right, next item, 22-01664. This is one of my annexation papers. This one will be held as the companion papers make it through the other pieces of the process. Any questions on this one? All right, 22-01672, Councilmember Dozier's paper from Metro Atlanta Land Bank Authority for in-rem demolition. And also 22-01673, Councilmember Dozier's paper to allocate funds to Invest Atlanta for the same thing. Who from the department will be speaking to this?
Deputy LaShondra Burks will speak to both of those.
Great. All right, and then just as clarification, on item number 9, 22-01673, we will have a substitute that will insert the distribution account number. So just heads up on that. Any questions or requests from my colleagues for those two pieces of legislation? Okay, 22-01643, Councilmember Dozier's paper. This is to acquire fee simple title for adjacent to the property at 143 Alabama. Who from the department administration will be speaking to this one?
Hi, this is Josh Humphreys. I'll be there to speak for this paper.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Humphreys. There was a question we're looking into whether I spoke with Ms. Lindo earlier, whether the amount, the not to exceed amount, I don't know if that typically should be in the caption or not, but we're going to research that. And if we need to just make that quick amendment during committee, we will. It's
Okay.
nothing significant. Any other questions or requests from my colleagues? All right, item 11, 22-01679. This is the paper signed on by multiple council members for the tuition reimbursement program. Will someone from HR going to be speaking to this? Do we know?
came up with this. We walked through this with finance, Councilmember One.
Yeah, Councilmember Bakhtiari, thank you. So will someone from finance speak to this? I guess I just want to know who will be presenting and discussing this.
Sure. Finance can talk about the mechanics of the paper. I know that there was a requirement in there for HR to develop a policy.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll tag team it.
Okay. Ms. Lindo, can we have Mr. Pace confirm that HR will be there for us Wednesday, please?
Hey, Mr. Juan, this is Jeffrey Norman.
Oh, Mr. Norman.
So yes, we have had a conversation with Councilmember Bakhtiari.
Yep.
And Councilmember Westmoreland. So we'll be prepared to talk about some of the future work for the policy.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner. All right. Any other questions or requests on that one? All right. Question number. Item number 12, 22-01681, Councilmember Bakhtiari's transfer paper. We will be substituting this. I'm going to piggyback a transfer from the District 6 account as well onto this. So we'll have a substitute for this. Any questions or comments?
Absolutely not.
I wasn't ready for that one. Okay, I'll put you back on mute. All right, that takes care of the ordinances. We're up in resolutions. The first one is 22-R4173. Councilmember Waits and Lewis's paper, donations. So we're going to have an amendment on this one to correct the account codes. And then I've also asked Ms. Lindo to have an amendment to add the recipient or the purpose of the donations, the equality and unity welcome reception into the caption as well. But other than that, any questions or requests on this paper?
Not on the paper, but can we move the document so we can see the?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. What's that again? Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam City Attorney. All right, any other questions on this one? So we'll have a substitute or an amendment, one of the two on that to just clean that up. All right, item number 14, 22-R4183. This is multiple council members. It's a donation to Atlanta Technical College. We will have an amendment on this one to insert funding source codes as well. Was this an administration paper? So is there someone from the administration that wants to speak to this versus the original author of the paper?
I've been told that Theo Pace and or Janine Lewis will speak to it.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Mr. Pace called and said he'd be a bit late, and he also has an amendment to add an additional, a third-party sponsor as well.
Okay. Great. All right, so we'll have we'll make that note of the who's be presenting and then the additional amendments on this paper. All right, any other questions or requests for that? Ms. Lindo, is that why you had your hand up?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Just want to make sure I got your question answered. All right, item number 15, 22-R4186. This is Councilmember Overstreet's paper for the Gordian Group. I understand we have a substitute that's coming in on this one that will remove the task order reference and then insert the funding amount. Who from the administration will be speaking to this paper?
I will speak to that one, Councilman.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch who that
Remy
was.
Santo.
Oh,
That was
okay,
me,
thanks.
Remy Santo.
All right, thanks. All right, questions on this one? Okay, all right, item number 16, 22-R4242. And Ms. Lindo, need you to advance the agenda again. This is a second renewal option for B12 Technologies for the jail management systems. Who from the administration will be available to speak to this?
This is Reginald Baldwin, Deputy CIO from AIM. I'll be speaking to this one.
Very good, thank you. Questions or requests from my colleagues? That looks pretty straightforward. Okay. If none, item number 17, 22-R4243, International Systems Strategy for Revenue Management and Customer Data Collection. All right, who from the administration will be speaking to this?
Melissa Davis from
Okay.
BPW.
Great. And then colleagues, I understand we will have an amendment to this that changes the amount to 300,000 plus, and there'll be some information as to the justification for that increase. And then if someone could just relay to Ms. Davis to be prepared to speak to the retroactive component of this. But I think all the other, looks like all the paperwork, additional documents are traveling with the paper. Any questions or requests from my colleagues? All right, that's all the resolutions. We do have a number of dual referreds that will be making their first stop in other committees. We'll see if they are acted on in those committees to be brought forward before us on Wednesday. That takes us to held papers. Anything coming off of held, I do know that the water sewer refund paper, item number 33, 22-R4031 will be coming off. But any others that from the administration that need to come off and are ready to go? Okay, that takes care of the agenda. Is there anything else from the departments or from my colleagues to bring forward today in preparation of the meeting on Wednesday? All right, well, very good. Pretty straightforward. We'll see everybody Wednesday at 1:30. Thank you very much. Have a great day, y'all.
All right, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye, thanks.
Bye.
Thanks.